in case you don't know, again, classically handsome co-host here. Not only was he a Marine, he also is very gifted. A gifted cheerleader.
He used to be.
So, and he was on Monica Aldama's teams.
And if you also didn't know that this dude was a musician, and that's why he
wears a hoodie.
That's how he got his wife.
That's how I got my wife, because I was funny and I could sing pretty.
Because on the CH scale, he's not on it. Oh,
and everyone looks the same in the dark. So, anyway, I got 2 points, but you're gonna have to talk more about the cheerleading for them to ever come to life. And I don't know if we want to go down that road. That might be too, because you wanted to be a professional cheerleader. Is that correct? You wanted to?
No.
Are you sure?
Oh, I don't even know what that. You know what? My life's ambition and dream.
What? Can I ask you what was the road? Not broken road. What was the road that led from Marine Corps to cheerleading?
Well,
I think it sounds like a beautiful road. I'm just curious about.
He was very silky.
Were you trying to stay? Were you like, hey, I'm jacked now? So
no, it was pre Marines. So
would you say that being a cheerleader had any effect on you wanting to be a Marine later in life?
No.
Like the team aspect or the camaraderie?
No. Are you trying to? Is that the tie-in?
No, I'm just
because I can act.
No.
You want to be authentic?
Yeah, tell me.
Okay, so like when I've always wanted to be a Marine growing up, G.I. Joe, woohoo. So that was a decision that was made in my head like at age 8.
Okay.
16, 17, you see cheerleading stuff and like co-ed and you see it's cool. And I don't mean the rah-rah stuff on the sidelines, but like throwing humans in the air and doing crazy stuff. That's, in my mind, was genuinely cool. And there was this shout out to Stacy Bookout. Just beautiful, beautiful Stacy Bookout. Married with like 10 children now. But like back then, she invited me to come to a competition. So I went. And it was like, she was on this, like, it wasn't her school team. It was, don't laugh. What's the laughter for?
I'm not laughing. Why are you laughing? I'm not laughing. I'm just looking at you.
You asked.
I'm looking at you and I'm listening. I'm listening and I'm here and I'm present and I want to know. So tell me more.
About Stacy Bookout?
Tell me more about this situation.
Anyway, so she invited me to go to this competition. I went to it. And it was like, and then I had no idea that you have your school cheerleading, but then you have your competition cheerleading, like kind of like select soccer on the side.
Right.
Like your team sports outside of your school. And I was like, and everybody she was on a team with was a co-ed, and this is high school. She was on a co-ed squad with all these dudes from all these different high schools. And I was like, you mean I could do this? So I got home and got on the internet, because the internet was definitely a thing back then.
Was it?
No, it was a phone book.
Okay, I was gonna say.
I got in a phone book and I was like, oh look, there's a cheer gym around the block. So I drove over there and I was like, hey, and I was like a junior in high school. And I was like, I'm a football player, I want to be a cheerleader. And they're like, oh my God. So then they built a team and like I was the first guy on their team, because they're like, hey, we want to do this and you're the first one. So yeah, let's do this. And that's how it started. And it was just cool. And I think once you get into it from a straight male's perspective, it's like, even if your motivations are, I want to be around hot chicks, eventually it's like, this is just cool. Because that stuff dulls very quickly.
Without naming any names.
Okay.
Unless you want to. And if it's okay. But no, probably, for the sake, no names. Without naming any names, how many cheerleader / teammates would you say there was a romantic relationship with over the period of when you started cheerleading to when you ended? Because in my mind, and the mind of probably many of our listeners that are straight dudes, they're going, oh, that sounds really awesome. Like you said.
For me personally,
I went to hair school trying to meet girls.
Like genuinely, like relationships, none.
Well, isn't that no?
Like dabbles,
encounters.
So I also went to the university. I will answer with a story.
Okay.
I also cheered at North Texas.
Yeah.
And we were in a bowl game in New Orleans, and the cheer team, our cheer team was hanging out with the Middle Tennessee cheer team, and long story short, we hung out a lot. Fast forward a couple of years, I was at nationals in Daytona Beach, and ran into some Middle Tennessee people. And they're like, "Oh, North Texas. Yeah, one of our girls, her nickname was Miss North Texas."
Was that your friend?
That was my friend. Because
you were Mr. North Texas.
I was Mr. North Texas, yeah.
Oh.
But this is pre, cell phones or anything like that, or social media.
So you just had nicknames.
Because
you didn't have a way to keep it going.
Well, yeah. Well, also, back then, it's not like, you're Tennessee, I'm in Texas. It was a good time, high five.
Bye. Yeah.
Yeah. But the reason...
Wasn't there Facebook?
Not then.
Oh.
Facebook didn't come around until 2006, I don't think. I'm old.
The funniest thing to say.
Facebook started out for colleges, right? For that.
Yeah, in 2006.
Yeah.
Yeah. This was 2002, 03. But anyway, the reason she had that nickname was because she was super innocent, super prudy, super innocent, and then she went to New Orleans and
met Mr. North Texas. You might want to check your phone.
Oh God. Did you just
I asked a question, but I wanted to ask it off camera. And you can't read it out.
Here's the funny thing about that question. Is my Apple ID account is used for all the computers, so everyone saw that.
Well,
the entire off. I'm just kidding.
Well, good. These are the kind of hard-hitting questions that I want this show to be about.
Cheerleading.
I don't know how we got there, but we did.
So anyway,
not that many encounters. One encounter with a girl who wasn't even on your team. I'm talking about. Here's the deal. I was in 8th grade.
Time out. Let me answer. Okay. Stereotypically, it happens a lot.
Yes.
It didn't happen for me. It didn't happen for me. One, because I also was involved in a lot of different things. Like I was also in the Marines. I was also playing rugby. I was also doing. So I was never just in the cheerleading.
Really spreading your seed, basically. That's what you're saying.
But here the thing is, one of your favorite cheerleading crushes at the moment, Gabby. She's only dated cheerleaders recently.
That's her type.
Well, because you get close to people.
Can you imagine could you imagine being Gabby's boyfriend and not being a cheerleader? Because that would be a hard gig, I think. I think if you're just a normal guy dating Gabby, that'd be a hard gig. Because
I think for weak men it is.
Yeah.
Again, it goes back to weak men. But I do have a funny story about a weak man before, where it's I had this is years ago. Had the girl in the air and came down to catch her, but she didn't do her part, so she hit my arms, then rolled out, and then her boyfriend was and I was like, I don't even think I addressed it, and I think I was telling her, you need to calm your boy down, just because it was just
you can't do what I do.
Well, I was twice his size. I was in the Marines, and I was holding his girlfriend up with one arm. Oh, another funny story. And all the memories salivate. It helps the memories.
I like the cheerleading stuff.
So this is back in high school because I was on that cheer team, select cheer, whatever. And I come from football, whatever. And and you get close, and you just do close things. So I forgot what I did to set this dude off, but it was he wasn't a cheerleader, but we were all hanging out before doing a cheerleading thing. So I was in a cheerleading outfit, which is ridiculous for dudes, but it is what it is. And the guy was because he was something about his girlfriend, and I genuinely thought he was kidding. So I kidded back by grabbing his neck and bending him backwards over the hood of a car, because I'm a big dude that's strong, right? And then when I realized he wasn't kidding, I let him go. But it was just funny because he was this rich kid from Colleyville,
right?
Why are you
Was he driving like an 89 Trans Am or?
Well, I'm not that old.
Okay.
But like he was like a rich kid and he was just jealous about something I was doing with his girlfriend or something. And I was just like, first of all, I don't. This is just we're on a team together.
It is what it is.
It is what it is, bro. Brah. But I mean, whoop.
Bent him over a car.
Yeah, I think I was a bully.
You were a bully?
I think so. Now that I'm remembering it, because I also remember being in show choir in high school
and just punching some kid in the face.
No.
No.
No. Because like an upperclassman was trying to bully me,
and I weren't having it.
No, I picked him up and put him in a trash can.
I like it.
Yeah. Because we were kidding.
I was bullied.
And then I murdered a guy because we were kidding.
Oh.
But just kidding. That's a joke.
It's a funny one. Anyway.
This man would never do that.
Oh, yeah. Look at that picture.
Look at you with those Cowboys cheerleaders.
Cowboys cheerleaders. I'm all shit, the grin, like, Anyway, what were you going to say?
Women. Yeah. So you have your flashlight on. It's like my mom does that. She'll like pick her phone up and everything's messed up. The flashlight is on when we FaceTime. It's just like this. You know what I mean? The flashlight's on. She's walking around. I'm like, Mom, stop.